something special here happens on September 11th every year, correct? Can you tell
Yes.
us about that?
Yes. Hannah, what we try to do is the awful tragedy of 9/11, 2001, with all the people dying, and that we had a big fundraiser, and we said, you know what, we need to do this every year, but we need to do it from a positive standpoint rather than a negative standpoint. So we call it 9/11 Day of Giving, and we ask the people to come in, donate whatever they want to donate. We give them all the food, no check. All the money stays here in Colorado, and it goes to the Joanne B. Fickey Cancer Foundation,
Right.
which then helps cancer patients and their families in the state of Colorado.
Well, that's very incredible and very generous of you, and it's really nice to know that we have business people in Colorado that are as generous as you are. So thank you so much, and I would love to be a part of that.
Well, we'd love to have you, but it's not that I'm that generous. It's my customers are that generous. Last year we raised $120,000 in one day.
That's incredible.
And that's the kind of people we have come to this thing.
So you see right there, Joanne B. Fickey Cancer Foundation. That's where it goes to now. But it started with 9/11, and knew Joanne well. Fick was actually, when I was traded to Denver in 1982, he was my assistant coach for the Nuggets under Doug Moe for 1 year. So that's where I got to know Fick. But the giving and the caring about Joanne, who was a remarkable giver in herself, just a wonderful, wonderful person. Obviously, cancer took her life too soon. Fick cares about that, and he's done a great job. And 120 last year, I know he'll beat it this year, guaranteed.
Well, when you're diagnosed with cancer, you're woke up. I mean, you're awakened to a disease, a circumstance that scares you. Death is not something you want to think about. And I've had it twice, and fortunately, I've had treatable cancers. But then in giving back, I'm passionate about trying to help the cancer community and the cancer care situation to make it better, because I think we all know people who have been diagnosed with cancer, and the older you get, the more you get to know more and more people. And even though we're doing tremendous things in the cancer field, we are not actually finding cures for cancer. We're finding treatments for cancer. But we're also finding that there's more and more cancers coming up, and the mutations of the cells of our body. Sometimes we aren't as winning as much as people think. And I think I'm just trying to be a good ambassador to that situation.
Big Bill's one of the most generous people you're ever going to meet, and for him to do something like this on a historic day in our country is a testament to him and what he's all about. But he's when I think of Big Bill, I think of generosity and giving.
Big Bill is the sweetest man I've ever met in my entire life, and the event that he has today is absolutely incredible, and I'm really honored to be here right now.
Well, look who's in the house here at Big Bill's New York Pizza. This lady needs no introduction. All I'm going to do is say 2 words, and you will automatically know who she is. It's Missy Franklin in the house supporting Big Bill's New York Pizza on 9/11. Missy, when I say Big Bill, what does he mean to you?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could put that into words. I grew up 2 minutes away from here, and I've come here for as long as I can remember. And Big Bill is the sweetest man I've ever met in my entire life, and the event that he has today is absolutely incredible, and I'm really honored to be here right now.
When we talk about 9/11, the Day of Giving, what goes through your mind?
There's so much that goes through my mind. I think one of the best things about today is Big Bill tries not to make it a sad day. We try to remember them in happiness and remember the great things that they did and the amazing things that happened to them, but not the fact that we lost them, which is the tragic part of it that we tend to remember. So the fact that he brings everyone together for such a great cause, to still remember them, but to do it in a happy way, I think that's the best part of today.
Real quickly, let's talk a little bit about role models. Big Bill is a role model, such as yourself. Now, how would you say Big Bill is a role model for you?
Oh my gosh, in so many different ways. What he does for our community is absolutely amazing. I can only hope to do what he's done for Colorado one day, but he gives so much back to the state and to the city and absolutely everything, and I would love to be Big Bill one day.
Now you are Colorado. Last year, Big Bill raised approximately $120,000. What do you have to say to Colorado?
I just have to say thank you guys so much. I mean, every little donation helps and every donation counts, and just being able to come out here and have fun and have a great time and be able to donate at the same time and know that you're helping such a great cause is amazing. So just thank you so much for all your donations. It means a lot to Big Bill for sure, and for me also.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why she is the best, Missy Franklin.
He's known for his pizza in this community, but what I know him for is just how much he cares and how he's involved and he's a part of our community and how he gives back. And I think he's done a great job here with his restaurant, and I think he just loves being a part of Denver.
As big as Bill is, his heart is even bigger. He gives so much to everybody whenever he possibly can. And because of that, people want to give back to him. He has an unbelievable, thriving business because of what he does for so many people in the community. So anytime we can do something for him or be around Big Bill, we do it.
Another great guest here at Big Bill's New York Pizza. From Channel 2, it's Tom Green. Tom, when I say Big Bill, what comes to your mind?
Well, he's big. No, I always think of this day, really, because I go back to knowing Big Bill when he was an assistant coach with Doug on the Nuggets team in the early 80s. But he's always had that big heart. You know, we always tease him about his size, but the size of his heart's what sticks out. And in days like this, that gets to spread out to everyone in his community here at his restaurant. It seems like everybody wants to have a heart as big as Bill's on 9/11.
9/11, a day of giving. Big Bill's 11th annual. Did you ever expect it to get so big?
Well, it's funny because you think of it starting out the first couple of years trying to make contributions to the New York Fire Department and those first responders. And now, of course, with the passing of Joanne, being able to help so many people that are touched by cancer with Joanne's Cancer Foundation, it's been a seamless transition. But what's great is to watch it grow. It's always been big, but year in and year out, more people come out. Bill does more every year, and more money gets donated. And you get to a good sense of what Denver and what Colorado are about as far as the charitable side. We've seen in charity this year, it's been a difficult year because people have been asked to give quite a bit between the wildfires, the Aurora Theater shooting, and here we go again. It's 9/11. It's time for Big Bills again, and yet people always find a way to dig a little bit deeper, even in a tough economy, and continue to give more, and make a difference every year.
Well, Colorado, I think Big Bill would agree. Tom Green, definitely a great man. Tom, thank you very much. Talk to you soon.
Number one, when you look at the city of Denver, it's not overwhelmingly large. It has the feeling of a small, tight-knit family, and I think that's very important. I think that's why you see the support that Big Bill gets on this day when he's trying to give back. And I think that Denver itself, good people, you think of that Midwestern feel here, and very supportive people in all different things. And I'm very fortunate, like I said before, I'm fortunate to be a part of this day here today, and this just exemplifies what Big Bill is all about. He's a good man, he's got a big heart and a big man, and like I said before, extremely generous, and it doesn't surprise me that he gets the support that he does for this day.
Fick is just a wonderful person, and what he does in this community is just remarkable, outstanding, everything you see it. You look at where he took Big Bill's New York Pizza years ago, and I remember when it opened up because he was in the shoe business, and what he has going now, it's just great. People love him. He does a great job, and he's a big supporter of everybody.
He's genuine in that everyone knows how much he cares. They want to help him out, and they also realize and recognize what a great thing he's doing. And everyone wants to be a part of something like that. And it's a feel-good day for sure. He makes it a little bit brighter from everything has gone down, and I'm just glad I could be a part of it.
People are just amazing. They are amazing, and they support this community. Whether it's hard times or what, they want to help people that are in need, and these are the kind of people that we have with us in this neighborhood.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Big Bill's New York Pizza. Well, look who's in the house right here at Big Bill's. It's the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, George Karl. Well, George, first question for you. When I say the word Big Bill, what comes through your mind?
Well, a friend of the community, or a friend of basketball, a friend of coaches, a lot of crazy stuff, and a great pizza place. So there's all types of positives. I mean, I just think he's one of the most giving, caring guys in our community, and he loves people and he loves giving back.
Big Bill's New York Pizza, 9/11, Day of Giving. What goes through your mind when I mention the words a day of giving?
Well, what goes through my mind when I was driving here was that I love guys that know how to take tough situations and turn them into winning situations. And Big Bill has taken 9/11 and cancer in his lifetime with his wife And he's kind of turned a difficult day for a lot of Americans into a day of, let's maybe change our vision, and it's turned it into a winning situation. And it's been an incredible result. I think he has that spirit that produces incredible results, and I know today is going to break all the goals he has set and all the records he wants to break, and I think it'll happen again today.
You talk about winning. You've won your bout so far with cancer. Talk about your fight and what have you learned as a person with cancer?
Well, when you're diagnosed with cancer, you're woke up. I mean, you're awakened to a disease, a circumstance that scares you. Death is not something you want to think about. And I've had it twice, and fortunately, I've had treatable cancers. But then in giving back, I'm passionate about trying to help the cancer community and the cancer care situation to make it better, because I think we all know people who have been diagnosed with cancer, and the older you get, the more you get to know more and more people. And even though we're doing tremendous things in the cancer field, we are not actually finding cures for cancer. We're finding treatments for cancer. But we're also finding that there's more and more cancers coming up, and the mutations of the cells of our body. Sometimes we aren't as winning as much as people think. And I think I'm just trying to be a good ambassador to that situation.
What would you like to tell the people out there in Colorado, when it does come to cancer, what they can do to help themselves as much as they can to prevent this disease?
Well, in general, I don't want to play amateur doctor, but I really think after what I've learned, all the things I've learned, is what we put in our body, what we eat, has a tremendous effect upon how our body functions. And I think right now, what we put in our body, we got to be a little more conscious about, a little more aware of. And I don't think you have to be a health freak. I don't think you have to be this addicted guy to, you can't put any poison, anything bad in your body. Our body is a tremendous piece of equipment if we feed it the right stuff. And I would say feeding it, if you want to prevent cancer in your system, educate yourself about what to eat and what to feed your immune system.
Now, how did you take your battle with cancer and transfer that over to the NBA court?
Well, I just think it's in my lifetime. I've been blessed to be able to be a coach. I've been blessed to have some success in coaching, and my passion is the gym. My passion is coaching kids and trying to put a team together and trying to make it win a championship. And the rhythm of that in my life, I couldn't take out, and I think I had to go back to it. And I've gone back and made some changes, and the changes seem to be working, and everybody seems to be happy with it, at least right now. And I'll be honest with you, this is the most exciting team I think I've coached in Denver since I've been here. So, it's not a guarantee we're going to be a great team, but we have a lot of opportunity to be successful and a lot of opportunity to grow up, and that's always fun to be a part of.
Ladies and gentlemen, a true champion right here on and off the court, right here at Big Bill's New York Pizza, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, George Karl. George, the best of luck to you.
And I think sports is a way that people can sometimes get away from their problems. But again, when you think about 9/11 and what our country went through, what those people in New York City went through that day, it puts it all in perspective. And again, I think when you look at a lot of the sports that were going on at the time, and some things were canceled and others picked up very quickly to move on, because again, it's a great diversion for people to take their minds away from sometimes the real world. But it brings it all home in what's important, and that's family, country, and being together.
Big Bill tries not to make it a sad day. We try to remember them in happiness and remember the great things that they did and the amazing things that happened to them, but not the fact that we lost them, which is the tragic part of it that we tend to remember. So the fact that he brings everyone together for such a great cause, to still remember them, but to do it in a happy way, I think that's the best part of today.
Well, I think in many ways it's an opportunity to be able to give back. Bill's wife Joanne passed from cancer. My mother passed away from cancer back in '95, just about a year and a half after I had come here to Denver with my family. And so there's a lot of things that are dear to my heart in the same causes that Bill has. So there's no question that I want to be able to stay involved and stay active in this cause of fighting this this dreaded disease, along with other events and community functions that I support. So it's the least I can do to be able to help Bill out.
Well, the guest list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Look who's in the house now, ladies and gentlemen. Former Denver Nugget, Bill Hanzlik. Bill, when I mention the word Big Bill, what comes to your mind?
Big. Fick is just a wonderful person, and what he does in this community is just remarkable, outstanding, everything you see it. You look at where he took Big Bill's New York Pizza years ago, and I remember when it opened up, because he was in the shoe business, and what he has going now, it's just great. People love him. He does a great job, and he's a big supporter of everybody.
Let's talk a little bit about the Colorado community. A day of giving. Last year on 9/11, 2011, Big Bill raised $120,000. Talk about the Colorado community and their contributions.
Well, I mean, obviously, you see right there, Joanne B. Fickey Cancer Foundation. That's where it goes to now. But it started with 9/11, and knew Joanne well. Fick was actually, when I was traded to Denver in 1982, he was my assistant coach for the Nuggets under Doug Moe for 1 year. So that's where I got to know Fick. But the giving and the caring about Joanne, who was a remarkable giver in herself, just a wonderful, wonderful person. Obviously, cancer took her life too soon. Fick cares about that, and he's done a great job. And 120 last year, I know he'll beat it this year, guaranteed.
Ladies and gentlemen, another man with a big heart, Bill Hanzlik. Well, you never know who's going to show up at Big Bill's 9/11, a day of giving. The guest list just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and trust me, prettier than Big Bill. Susie Wargin of 9 News Sports. Susie, when I mention Big Bill, what comes to your mind?
Well, the biggest person that I know, not only in stature, but also just in heart. We've been coming here, my family and I have been coming here for at least 12 years, because I think I was pregnant with our son when we first came in here. And so the kids have known him since they were babies, and he's just been this big, gentle giant to them and to everybody. I love watching him interact with people, and it's just, not only do they have awesome food here, but just what they do here, everybody, not just Big Bill, but all the employees too.
Now, you've supported Big Bill professionally and personally. Talk about all those actions you've done the past 10 years with Big Bill.
Well, we're trying to do more and more every time with where I work at 9 News, and for 9/11 this year, we had him come in. He got up extra early, which I'm sure he was thrilled about, and started broadcasting at 6 in the morning, just trying to get the awareness out there. We did have a few people that came in and got pizzas that early, but just then more people think, okay, I could go there for lunch, I could go there for dinner, or I could send in a check. And so that's on the, the professional level, what I've done. And then personally, we always come in here and donate, and I'm actually kind of glad I'm here for breakfast and able to donate nice and early. But we just want to support him however we can, because he's just always been, like I said, so good to our family, so good to the kids, and he's so good to everyone.
Well, Colorado, we are very lucky to have such a great sportscaster right here in Colorado, Susie Wargin. We'll be back with more Colorado Sports Connection. Well, we're here with the founder of the Joanne B. Fickey Foundation, Bill Fickey himself, owner of Big Bill's New York Pizza. 9/11, a day of giving. 11th annual. Your thoughts on all the years that have gone by?
Let me tell you, we started out, as I said, with a real negative, a very depressing day. We did the first 2 of them because of, where we were sending the money to the fire department in New York. And my friend had lost 6 guys out of his firehouse. And ever since that day, we wanted to continue it, but we wanted to do it in a positive way, and it has been positive every single year since then. And our community is just unbelievable. Today was the craziest lunch I've ever had in the 11 years we did this, and it's all because of the people that support us, not just our customers, but Channel 9, Channel 2, Channel 31, guys like you, Daryl. Scott Hastings, Steve Kelly, Mr. Manoogian at 102.3 and Les and those guys. We couldn't do without them. And then really, it showed today.
We talk about your guest. You had quite a lineup today. Head coach of the Denver Nuggets, head coach of the Colorado Avalanche. Talk about your guest and what it means to you personally, and then coming down and supporting you on such an important day.
Well, of course, we started at 6:20 with Adam Foote. I mean, Adam, I didn't know hockey players got up that early, but he's retired now, so I guess that's good. And then Missy came at 6:45, and that was unbelievable. And then we had all those college coaches, the head coaches of all the colleges and universities, in the area. They were all here. That was unbelievable. Coaches for cancer. They're very active in Coaches for Cancer. And Joe Sacco and brought his assistants with us. EY came at 12 o'clock. I mean, Eric Lacroix just left. I mean, it's been unbelievable. George Gwazecki just left. From there. Abby Weiner came from DU. George Call. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better person. He's just unbelievable.
Talk a little bit about the Colorado community and the role that they played. Because last year you raised $120,000. I mean, they've been a big supporter of you.
Darryl, we raised $120,000, but the generosity of our customers, when we looked at our sales at the end of that day last year, we sold roughly around $25,000, $27,000 in that ballpark, and we raised $120,000. That means our customers gave 5 times whatever it was that they would have, paid for the food. And every year, it's gotten better and better and better. And it's just amazing. A guy came in today. He said, "Bill, I want to give you a check for $1,000. I just want 3 gift certificates for 3 pizzas. I don't want them today. I'll just come in and get them." I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. I had tears in my eyes. Listen, and people are just amazing. They are amazing, and they support this community, whether it's hard times or what. They want to help people that are in need, and these are the kind of people that we have with us in this neighborhood.
Now talk a little bit about the donations, because you make sure that the donations stay right here in Colorado.
That's exactly right. Every bit that's donated, plus, remember, everybody that works today donates their salary and their tips all into this thing, into our donation bucket. And what we do is it goes to the Joanne B. Fickey Cancer Foundation, and right after that, we distribute that to local cancer charities in the area. We try to focus on ones that deal with financial aid for cancer patients and their families. Whether somebody comes to Denver, needs a bone marrow or a stem cell transplant, maybe they can't pay their utility bill or they can't pay their rent. Same way with every one of the organizations we give to is in every hospital in this. Anybody with cancer in any hospital in here, they just go to the social worker and they can get some help. And then of course the other part is we always give to the Cancer League of Colorado, because they have an unbelievable program of screening the best, I should say the best, or the research projects that have the best chance of succeeding. And we've done that every year.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Joanne. I heard you talking about Joanne earlier this morning with Missy. You said that she just loved people.
No, you know what? And what I told Missy was my wife would love Missy, because she's just so full of excitement and so happy, and that's who Joanne was. And Joanne had an ear, she had an arm, she had a heart for anybody that she ever met. And anybody that's ever met her will tell you that. I mean, she was the most loving, giving person I ever met in my life. And really, I'm probably this way now because of what she taught me. And she showed me the way to be. We're here, we're put on this earth, not for ourselves, but to help others. And that's what we try to do.
Colorado, they say behind every great man is a great woman, and that is definitely true today, because let me tell you, a big heart, a big man, and you couldn't ask for a better friend. Bill, thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you for what you do for us.